Hello and welcome to today's episode of Embodied Divinity. Today we are sinking in to our own power, purpose, and connection. So, really diving into what it looks like to consciously choose to connect with that inner power and state of being. And I'm so excited to share it with you today. Before we sink in, I want to invite you to join me in the Inner Child School of Unlearning. I'm still accepting founding members now for only $11 a month to dive into this sacred portal where we unlearn all of the limiting beliefs and woundings that we have carried from our childhood and ultimately begin to live from our highest selves. So, again, I invite you to join me for this sacred experience. You can find the link wherever you're watching this video now, the Inner Child School of Unlearning. So, without further ado, let's step into today's teaching. I had some really powerful guest speakers. We have one on Wednesday who's talking to us all about her role as an advocate for horses and the role that horses play in our society. And then on Friday, we have a powerful meditation with the medicine of the horse and the strength, the power, the purpose, and intuition that comes with the horse. And it really fits with what we're diving into today because as we consciously choose to sink into a certain frequency and vibration, as we consciously choose to live from our innate power, to move from divine will, when we're very intentional, like we've been really aligning with over the last several episodes of this intentional, almost ritualistic way of being, we're really truly sinking into the ceremony of life and all it entails. And so this is a reminder of your innate power that's constantly surging within. And the cool thing about it is it doesn't have to look a certain way. It's whether you're laying in bed, resting and recovering, moving through mundane, physical, human errands, whether you're sitting with a loved one, this power is always within. And I have a saying that I live by, and it is whatever you're doing, do it from your inner divine power. And what that reminds me as I tap into that, it's something I frequently remind myself of. If I notice that I'm kind of slunched over physically, if I notice that I'm kind of living in the melancholy moments of life, I say this phrase to myself, and immediately my spine straightens, my energy rises. And it's not about bypassing whatever I'm experiencing. It's if I'm going to experience a moment in this life, I'm going to do it fully from my power. I'm going to connect with that sacred sense of self in each and every moment. I'm going to ground in to the present moment, and I'm going to harness all the energy around me to amplify each and every experience. This is a deeper way of living intentionally and in the present moment. It's not simply floating through life. We are intentionally, consciously rooting into our uppercase S selves. So I want you to take a moment with me. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. Let's do that again. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And put your feet flat on the floor wherever you're at, whether you're sitting or standing flat on the floor, and really be here now, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Shift your body so that your spine is erect. So if you're sitting, sit at a 90-degree angle where your pelvis is nice and structured, your spine is erect, your neck is straight, your jaw is relaxed. If you're standing, stand firm with your feet width distance, hip shoulder width distance apart, knees slightly bent, spine straight and erect, neck straight and steady, jaw relaxed, breathing in and out, and just be here now. As you breathe into this space, feel the power center. First, feel as you're grounding. So we're really grounded. We're being here now. Now move up to your sacral bowl, your space of creation. Feel the energy flowing through your entire system. And now go up a little higher above your belly button, below your diaphragm, your power center. Feel that ignite and engage with your power. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, rooted into the ground, full of this sacred energy, power fully ignited. Opening your heart and just let your body move, let it sway, let it all harmonize. Be here now. And say out loud, whatever I do from my divine power. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, notice the shift that just took place from wherever you were at before you started listening to this moment now. Whether you were deeply in a state of joy, whether you were kind of neutral, maybe you were feeling heavier emotions, notice where you're at now. You're still in that frequency and you're deeply rooted into your power, into your source, into your essence. And from here, we get to make a conscious decision to move forward from this place. We're consciously in alignment with our breath, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. So often we forget this simple little exercise of deep and conscious breathing throughout the day. It doesn't have to take work after you practice, but in the beginning of really sinking into this sense of being, we get to practice. We get to consciously choose in each moment how we want to experience life happening through us. It's about taking time each day to connect with this part of yourself, to break free of that illusion of separation and step into this conscious state of being. For me personally, meditation does that for me. That's why I release guided meditations every week for you guys. Meditation has been a powerful way for me to connect every single day. Because as I do it in the morning and in the evening, it allows me throughout the day to remember that conscious connection so that I can live from my power, so that I'm never dropping into that state of victimhood, but always remembering that life is happening through me. And the more I really anchor into that knowing life is happening through me, everything I do from my divine power, then it allows me to walk steadily with deep inner peace through each moment. It allows me to amplify each experience so that I can alchemize or transmute any emotions that are not serving me into ones that benefit my highest good. I can learn from each and every emotion, experience, and sensation and be deeply present with it. It reminds me of the conversation you guys will hear this coming Wednesday with the beautiful Gretchen Coleman about the horse and their beautiful healing medicines, and the way the horse, if you think of the horse, the animal, you immediately think of this strength and this power and this wisdom. And there's also this deep sense of emotion within them. What they're doing is they're being present in each moment, here and now. Whether they're running or lying down or eating or connecting with a human or another horse, they are deeply present and powerful. That's why so many people, as they connect with horses, immediately feel safe in their emotions, in their body, in their experience, because you step into that frequency, that innate power, that grounded force of nature. Humans are meant to be very primal and intuitive. It's the ways of the world that has pulled us away from that really instinctual nature. And as the more we sink in to that knowing, the more we get to move and flow and dance through life. We're not up in our head thinking and trying to control each moment. We are rooted in the here and now with a deep trust and knowing that with each step forward, we are being guided in the perfect divine way. It's a deep sense of trust and knowing. It's why my work with reparenting the inner child and living from higher self is so important to me. When I can see other people turn into that place of remembering, that's all my clients ever do, is they remember. They remember who they are, who they've always been, when they remove the masks and the fears and the doubts that they have caked on of years and years and years of living in a sick society. And that's one of the things that has been so prevalent lately, is the realization that we as humans are not sick and flawed. We are living in a sick society and trying to stay in alignment with these external expectations and ideals that are based in toxicity and separation. And this beautiful awakening that's been happening in 2024 is that people are really remembering that unity consciousness, that place of personal power, of sovereignty, and the way that we are all one and connected and whole. We are letting the illusions of separation fall away. We're letting the illusions of trying to constantly conform and achieve fall away. And we're all, as a society, sinking into this place of being. We're choosing self-healing over all of these big external organizations that claim to heal. We're coming back into ourselves. And as each of us heals ourselves, comes back into ourselves, we see each other from that pure lens of love, unconditional acceptance. It's so beautiful to watch the way that society has been changing. I know it's been scary, it's been heavy for a lot of people, and we know that with each tower moment, we're clearing the way for something new to be born and built, and that's where we're at right now. The ways of the old have crumbled. Masses and masses of people have awakened into the remembering of their truth and are consciously choosing to live in this present state of power. This is a time to have grace and compassion for yourself. This is about slowly taking baby steps. Today, we are learning to take these baby steps of bringing ourselves back into the moment Everything I do from my divine power. I'm breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. I am here now. Everything I do from my divine power. With each step I take, life is happening through me, and I get to choose how to use that powerful energy that is surging within. Whether it's heavy or light, whether it is filled with bliss and joy or darkness and sorrow, it is all happening through me. And I get to choose how to move with it. Like we practiced earlier, coming back to that place of feet on the ground, everything straight and aligned, feeling the energies ground into the earth, fill into our bodies, activate our inner power, our inner fire, and moving forward from that place of love and acceptance. And we come back here again and again. I remember when I was first training my brain to remember my state of being, it was a constant. I was a babysitter all day long. There's a reason still to this day I have sticky notes everywhere that remind me of the frequency that I choose to live from, because the ego is so powerful and there are so many external energies pulling us back to these illusions. It's a moment by moment choice to be conscious, awake to your inner power, to your inner knowing. And it's not as serious as it sounds. In fact, my life has become much more sincere than serious, much more joy filled and spontaneous than hard and taxing. Because the more I'm in my present moment, the more I'm living from my divine power, the more I feel joy, the more I feel gratitude, the more I see abundance all around me. It's a deep gratitude for every single experience, whether the human condition has named it good or bad. It is beautiful. And when you can live from that place, all of these ideas that you have, if I lose the weight, then I'll be happy. If I have this certain amount of money in my bank account, then I'll be happy. If this person treats me this way, then I'll be happy. It all falls away because you realize that happiness, that steady inner peace is a daily and consistent choice. And it gets to be there whether you're in grief or whether you're in joy. It's so deeply powerful when you can live from this truth and knowing. And I see you there. I see you in your remembering, in your power, in your joy, in your peace. I see you grounded into this earth full of your own life force energy. I see that flame igniting in your power center. I see your heart open to love and your eyes open to the truth of the here and now. I see you there. As you feel yourself there, set the intention to bring yourself back in each moment of each day. One tool that I have my clients use for this is setting an alarm every hour. I like to use like gongs or chimes, something very easy on the nervous system, and this soft alarm that goes off. In that moment, choose for the next 30 to 60 seconds to step in to a higher sense of energy, a higher frequency, a deeper presence, a deeper knowing. Check in with yourself. Have you escaped? Have you disassociated? Have you given your power away? And bring it back every hour and try it for 2 days or 3 days or a week and see how it feels to start coming back to this place every single day. let me know wherever you're listening to this at what you felt as you sunk into your inner power, as you stepped into the remembering that you are this beautiful divine being and life is happening through you. And stay tuned again for this week's guided meditation and beautiful guest speaker. I'm so honored to be on this journey with you. Thank you for trusting me with your process. I love you. Breathe deep and plan on miracles.